This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
Know that you can't control yourself? That is embarrassing. Okay.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, January 7th, and we are the only live show that's talking about what you're talking about. And right now I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. A lot to get to, guys. Let's get started because everyone is talking about the Golden Globes today. Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg co-hosted, and it's a miracle they didn't mention politics. Take a look.
Now, some of you may be wondering why the two of us are hosting together.
And the reason is we're the only two people left in Hollywood who haven't gotten in trouble for saying something offensive.
And Sandra Oh is the first Asian person to host any American award show. She talked about what this huge moment meant to her.
I said yes to the fear of being on this stage tonight because I wanted to be here to look out into this audience and witness this moment of change.
She also won Best Actress in a TV drama for her role in BBC's Killing Eve. It's the first time in 39 years that an Asian actress has won that award. Her proud parents are also going viral. Look at them right there. How cute is that reaction? I love that. But the big headline of the night was inclusivity. That was what Regina King said during her acceptance speech for Best Supporting Actress. She made a bold commitment to only produce films where 50% of the cast are women for the next 2 years. And Glenn Close had a strong message for women as well. Watch.
Women, we're nurturers. That's what's expected of us. We have our children, we have our husbands if we're lucky enough, and our partners, whoever. But we have to find personal fulfillment. We have to follow our dreams.
A great moment there. And my favorite moment, we already just showed it, was the no politics. Oh, yeah. They didn't take any cheap shots. They just hosted the award show. It seemed like a fun, laid-back atmosphere. And I love that moment with Sandra Oh's parents.
I know. When she came on and said, Daddy. I was like, oh. My favorite had to be Regina King, not just for her comments on inclusivity, but also, I've been following Homegirl since 227. Wow. I love to see consistency is key. If you just stick with something, you'll rise to the top, and that's what she exemplifies to me.
Girl, you took me back to 227.
Oh, yeah. No place like
Monday. Mine it had to be Mahershala Ali winning Best Supporting Actor for Green Book. And I tell you this because I know you guys laugh at me when I don't know who some of these celebrities are. When I first started this quest to cross over from football over to entertainment, that's when I kind of started watching House of Cards in 2013, and he was Remy Danton. Since then, he's done Luke Cage, Moonlight. He was on Madden as one of the characters on Madden, and I just look at what he does with his work, and he goes for roles that, like he said, challenges him, and that's what I'm always trying to do to myself in this business, this entertainment business, challenge myself to be better. So congratulations to him.
That's amazing, and that's not the reason why we laugh at you, though.
Just couldn't.
You tried to have a nice moment there.
Couldn't wait. Had to be
Starting the week off right.
Start Monday.
Looking forward to the new True Detective too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a great one.
All right, but it wouldn't be awards night without some major surprises and snubs. Bohemian Rhapsody took home the award for Best Motion Picture Drama. The Star is Born was expected to win. That's who I thought was going to win. And The Kominsky Method won for Best Comedy Series, snubbing The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Ooh.
You know, it's interesting because Bohemian Rhapsody and A Star is Born kind of switched what the predictions were.
Right.
Because a lot of people were saying that they believed that Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't as strong of a movie as A Star is Born, but they did believe that Rami Malek absolutely deserved to win. So I think that the expectation was kind of like reversed.
Right, exactly.
And I think a snub was Black Klansman, not only the director Spike Lee, but also John David Washington. You know, I thought they would at least win one, but
never predict these award shows. Of course, we can't talk about award shows without mentioning the fashion. Stephanie Jones has your Fashion Fix Golden Globe edition.
That's right. This year's Golden Globes were all about inclusivity, but not everyone can make the best dressed list. So here are my favorite looks from last night. First up, we've got Lupita Nyong'o. She rocked this beautiful purple floor-length dress by Calvin Klein. But the coolest part is that her shoes are from an affordable brand, Aldo, and you can get your hands on these for only $45. And Bradley Cooper didn't walk away with an award, but he did win with his look. He wore this gorgeous all-white suit from Gucci, looking hot, Bradley. And Lady Gaga wore a couture lavender gown by Valentino, and she even dyed her hair to match. But everyone is talking about her nod to Julie Garland. So she was in the 1954 version of A Star Is Born, and she rocked a very similar look. Now, here are my picks for the not-so-best dress. Feel mean doing this, but Anne Hathaway. She took a little too much from every trend with head-to-toe leopard print and a slit, and then there was metallics in his Elie Saab dress, and sometimes, babe, less is more. And Deborah Messing may as well have worn a feather sequin poncho. This Paro Roland dress just missed the mark, and I hate to say this, but Janelle Monáe, she's used to making statements on the red carpet, but it's safe to say that this tweed Chanel dress didn't make a statement for me. And I was really excited to see Constance Wu on the red carpet because she hasn't quite defined her style yet. And I was expecting a really glamorous and glitzy look. And while she wore a beautiful custom Vera Wang gown, I didn't love the color palette with her skin tone. But here is my pick for the best dress of the evening. It's the one and only Pretty Woman, Miss Julia Roberts, in this one-shoulder Stella McCartney stunner. And by the way, one-shoulder and strapless items are going to be huge this year, so it's one to take note of. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Stephanie. Now let's get to a couple of our favorites and best and worst from yesterday. I'm no Stephanie Jones, but my favorite was Bradley Cooper. I think if you could look like Colonel Sanders and look that good, you win at life.
Well, if your wife is standing right next to you looking like that.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. And Timothée Chalamet there looks like he's going to band practice. That was terrible. I didn't like that one.
Well, I'm going close to home. I went with my girlfriend, Miss Leah Sergakis. She is rocking Charbel Zoe Couture. Looking good, Kukla. My worst is Katrina Balfe. I don't know what was happening.
She looks like a perfume bottle.
Wait, what's wrong with what she has on?
It just looked like she was blooming.
Blooming onion. I'm going to have to go with everybody's baby daddy, Idris Elba. I told my mom that's who I was picking, and she goes, boy, that's going to be your new stepdaddy, whatever that means. And then I had to go worse, just Billy Porter. Like, I don't know what this was. They say it took 6 months to make. Take it back.
Wow.
Take it back.
He's rocking it, that's for sure.
Slay.
All right, guys. And because it's 2019, we have our own award to give for the most meme-worthy moment of the night. We have to talk about this new face who stole the show on the red carpet. This is Fiji Water Girl. I'm sure you guys seen her. You can now see her photobombing celebs on the red carpet. It was all over yesterday. She's serving all the looks right there. And Fiji even responded with this tweet that says, "We're so glad everyone is talking about our water senses ominous presence." She's right behind us, isn't she? Did any of you guys notice her at home? Because she sure noticed the camera, because that's my best part. She was looking right into the camera on all the photo bombs.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I missed the red carpet, but I know that she probably has a lot of opportunities ahead of her.
Yeah, but it's thirsty for attention, if you ask me. One day we're going to go up for an Emmy, and we're going to have the Bud Light girl behind us all up in our pictures, ruining our moment.
You ruined your own punchline.
Why?
Thirsty for attention? You should have just let it lay.
What? She's thirsty for, Fiji water, thirsty for attention.
See?
Oh, you're on top of it today, Cobbs.
That was good.
Yeah, I need to have what you had for lunch.
It's Monday, buddy.
Hot Cheetos.
We're just getting going.
I didn't have hot Cheetos for lunch.
All right, guys, DVL is live. We bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. And coming up, we're taking a deep dive into the new R. Kelly docuseries and going one-on-one with the top sex doctor to shine more light on the subject. But first, a fan favorite, Al Jackson sounds off on the wackiest, craziest viral videos and trends he could find, like raccoon therapy. That's right. We'll be right back.
Tired of it?
so we're doing our first break of the night here, and I know we're talking about Golden Globes and everything, but the only thing on my mind is that Bears loss yesterday, so still a little bit heartbroken from that one. We got a clip later on in the show that you guys are going to have to stick around for and see, because my wife filmed me when Parkey kicked his field goal, and we all know how that turned out, so I had a little moment there, but still hurts a little, stings a little bit, man.
Everyone was thinking about Jeff yesterday. I grew up a Bears fan. I would watch every single game, and honestly, it's not even the Bears anymore. It's just like I can't do Sundays where I'm like watching football and then something terrible happens and then it ruins my entire week. It's like I didn't do it. Why is my week ruined?
Yeah, I know. I'm not even on the team or anything.
I can't do it. I just cannot be like emotionally invested in these things.
They get let out of meetings early. They work out in a separate group. They got it nice and cool at practice. You got one job to do, and it's not hit the upright 6 times in one season.
Buddy Ryan, or not, but who am I thinking about?
Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan was on this morning. I was watching him, and he goes, I don't feel bad for that guy.
No.
He goes, he's got one job. He's a pro athlete. That's like missing a 4-foot putt. You got to make those. And I was like, it did get blocked a little bit there, so I'm heartbroken, but what are you going to do? Welcome back to DBL. It's time now for everyone's favorite segment, Al Sounds Off. But everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
What's up, brother?
Feeling not so good.
I know, it was a rough weekend. I still love you.
It was a rough weekend for the Bears. All right, our first video is of a new trend, raccoon-o-therapy, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's therapy for humans when their interaction with raccoons. There it is, Al.
Yeah, Jeff, it's at a coffee shop. How do you like your coffee? Because I like mine with a rabies shot. First of all, it's always good because you know that there's no bathrooms for them. Then those aren't coffee beans on the floor. You know, at least they won't get arrested, right, Starbucks? Let's go to the next one. Oh, shots fired on a Monday.
Up next, check out the Great Lengths this thief went to hide their identity. Check this out, Al.
All right, nothing to see here, Jeff. All right, this guy looks like he didn't rob a bank. It looks like he robbed an 11-year-old's birthday party. Looks like the pink Power Rangers on hard times.
Oh, my God.
A couple bad financial investments. I'm embarrassed for that guy and embarrassed for whatever Frozen DVD that he also stole. Let's go to the last one.
All right, our final video comes from Thailand, where this lifelong bachelor finally settles down with his girlfriend. He's 100, and his young bride there is 96 years old. Check out that happy couple on their special day out.
Yeah, Jeff. If this Craftmatic bed is rocking, don't come a knocking. I'm glad he waited it out a little bit. You know, you don't want to move too quick. Every 100 years or so, you make a commitment. I like this guy. And it was really touching. I read that he read a verse from the Bible during his, his speech to her, and he remembered it because he was actually in that passage. Took a long time to get there, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. That's comedian Al Jackson, everybody. That's Al Sounds Off. We are live. Brandon London has Game of Thrones news coming in hot.
Thank you there, Lord Jeff. Now, after more than a year of waiting, Game of Thrones fans finally got a little taste of the upcoming season during last night's Golden Globes. And look, it's amazing, it's shocking, but it's only 5 seconds long. Don't blink and check this out.
Winterfell is yours, Your Grace.
I told you it was short. Now, this is the first time we're seeing actual footage from Season 8, and the show returns for its final run in April. DBL Nation, what do you think? Was this teaser enough to get you hyped? Back to you, Lord Jeff.
Oh, thank you, sire. I was trying to get involved. Coming up on DBL, the explosive R. Kelly docuseries that's grabbing headlines. We go one-on-one with Dr. Rachel, a nationally known sex doc, to get a closer look at the psychology behind the startling allegations.
It's on.
Welcome back to Double Jump, where we talk the latest in gaming, tech, and pop culture news, and we're here today to review Aquaman. Now, this is DC's first live-action version of its popular underwater character brought to the big screen, and oof, I was a big fan. But I'm gonna start with you, Chris, giving you the good, the bad, everything.
Aquaman was great. It was the best DC movie they put out yet. Very fun movie. Lots of great special effects. It keeps you going. The action's great. The acting is great. I wish it was a little bit funnier. Like, You know, I guess the funny part that he had in Justice League, where he like got into his emotions and stuff, like that. I wish we had a little bit more of that kind of humor where he showed his softer side.
He kind of humbled it down a little bit for this role. Like he knew, because we knew going in he wasn't the king yet. What I didn't like that much was him and Amber Heard. I thought they were a little bit awkward together, especially as a couple. It just seemed kind of off kilter to me. But everything else, like you were saying, was very fun.
Great
and
cast.
the cinematography was beautiful underwater.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was underwater the whole time. And it was just really well shot, a really good story from the DC universe. We haven't seen a movie this good, I wouldn't say, at all yet, besides Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman, I would say, is the only one that could kind of touch this one, but Aquaman was just, it was a boatload of fun. And oh man, I can't even begin about Black Manta.
Yeah, great villain.
What a character.
I see Killmonger in him in the future. Like he tried it a little bit. He was just starting out now, but in the future, yeah, he's gonna be the real deal.
I loved it, man. But out of 10, what are you gonna say?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to give it like an 8.
Yeah.
And then an 8 is as good as DC gets right now.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So for a Marvel movie, they can hit 10, but DC can only get about 8 right now. So
completely agree with you, man.
Welcome back to DBL. The final episode of Lifetime's documentary series, Surviving R. Kelly, aired over the weekend, and it has a lot of people talking. Take a look.
Okay, I'll take responsibility for it. I'll just say it's my fault. I'll say yes to whatever it is. I'll apologize, because if I can just get him back to the good guy, the one that I fell in love with, then I'm in a good space.
The series documents survivors and people within R. Kelly's inner circle coming forward with new allegations about the R&B singer's sexual, mental, and physical abuse. Earlier, I spoke to Dr. Rachel Ross, who founded the Dr. Rachel Institute, which coaches people who have been victims of sex trafficking and sexual assault. Dr. Rachel Ross, thank you so much for joining us on DBL. You know, we go way back, so I'm really excited to have you here. Now, of course, I was following your Twitter during the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, and you talked about we're here re-traumatizing the victims, mocking their pain, and acting as though his music is more important than their lives. Can you speak more on this?
Here we have actual testimony, like just person after person, and still we're wondering, did they ask for it? Where were the parents? And really the tragedy here is that the whole community let this happen.
But to be honest, most of us never saw the R. Kelly child pornography tape. We were introduced to the incident through pop culture. So how is it possible that pop culture made a child pornography tape mainstream and even comedic?
I remember at the time just being so outraged, and the idea that it became like the most downloaded tape and they were selling it in the porn stores was just unbelievable.
Now, let's talk a little bit about that, because in that same vein, Jada Pinkett Smith is kind of alluding to that, because she posed the question of why R. Kelly's sales and streams are soaring right now. What are your thoughts on that?
So that doesn't surprise me that people are downloading his music more. The real problem here is that in a lot of families, sexual molestation is handled just like this.
You know, and it also emboldens the predator, because just today, news broke that R. Kelly is planning on launching a website called survivinglies.com, where he plans on exposing his accusers as liars. What do you think about this?
First of all, I can't get past the fact that no one has beat his. Let me just say that right now, that no one has just taken this guy aside and said, look, you traumatized all these people throughout your life and you're still thinking that you're correct.
But someone who has been consistent, Andrea Kelly, R. Kelly's ex-wife and survivor, she just spoke out and said that R. Kelly is welcome to reach out to his 3 grown children whenever he'd like. Do you think this is a wise decision?
I think this is a wise decision, because I think what we got to keep in mind is how traumatized those kids are. You know, they're growing up realizing that their dad is the sexual predator, and that he was never around, and potentially some of their friends may have even been victimized.
As a sexologist, what do you hope the biggest takeaway is from the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series?
The biggest takeaway that I want people to understand is, one, that what R. Kelly was doing was running a sex trafficking ring. And then the second thing I want people to keep in mind, when the family members don't believe them, that's traumatizing for them. And when family members don't fight for them, that's the real trauma.
Well, Dr. Rachel Ross, thank you so very much for joining us today on Daily Blast Live. It is always a pleasure, and it's so great to see you today.
Thank you.
To see my extended interview with Dr. Rachel Ross, head over to our social media pages.
Wow. I mean, you guys, great interview, by the way. But you guys just, that was the tip of the iceberg right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like, just to put into context, I used to work with Dr. Rachel 10 years ago on Chicago radio. So that's when all of this was really starting to unfold, because he had been indicted for child pornography. And just to know, like, what has happened since, I mean, you really have to see the docuseries, because I was floored, and I actually know the situation. Like, I was close to the situation at one point. So it's just a very bizarre thing, but it's something that I'm glad that people are exposing now.
Well, it's like, I don't even know if I can watch it now. Even with what you were telling us while the tape was running just now, with a man with 3 little nieces. Like, how do we endear these monsters that much? Like, how do we have these people and we look up to these people and we do not know what's going on behind closed doors?
Well, honestly, that's another good reason to go to our social media pages and watch the extended interview, because Dr. Rachel gives parents great tips about identifying predators.
For sure.
Great job. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration.
Oh, hello. I didn't think you could see me there. But my name is Alex, and welcome back to Double Jump, where we are going to talk about the arguably best Transformers movie, Bumblebee. I was really hyped on it, as hyped as I could be for a Transformers movie. Leo, you seem to be kind of pretty positive.
Yes,
Chris?
I'm feeling it.
You did not like it as much. All right, so explain.
Okay, so the movie was pretty slow. Not as much action as your regular Transformers fan would like to see in a movie. The best part of the movie is like the first minute and a half, easily. Movie has a lot of slow parts, and it doesn't take time to make you care about the characters as much as it should. So they have like the main character, the little boy that likes her, and
But see, just give me one plot to focus on and one character, and I'm good to go. Like, it just felt so neatly done to me this
And we
time.
needed more comedy. This one wasn't.
Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah,
I could say a touch more,
this was
but
not funny.
So basically, Chris, you were missing all the stuff that makes Transformers movies bad. And we were relishing in all the stuff that made it a good change in the franchise.
Okay, Skip Bayless. Look, the villains make the movie. No Megatron. The 2 villains in this were kind of just, Yeah, they were just standard bad guys.
But it's Bumblebee.
We're bad because we're bad. I don't know. Whatever. It just wasn't it.
I read that Megatron was going to be in the movie, but he's frozen at this time.
If they had at least like panned over to see
One
like
reference
a
in the
frozen Megatron, you know, but.
Well, I would give this is the best Transformers movie. I would probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Whoa. I'm thinking a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, y'all so rough, man. Well, I mean, yeah, this definitely deserves a 6 out of 10, but other movies have been higher than a 6, like the first and the third one. So Transformers movies can still be good. This one was just,
That first one is atrocious, man. That
Love
was
it.
the worst.
Love it. Love it.
All right.
Funny.
So anyway, go see it or don't, and we'll see you next time on Double Jump.
Welcome back to DBL. A soul-crushing loss for Bears fans last night after kicker Cody Parkey missed a 43-yard field goal attempt with 5 seconds left to play. The 16-15 Eagles victory has people giving Parkey the bird box treatment with this meme. That's actually pretty funny. I had quite a reaction as well after that missed field goal. My wife Jordan posted this video. Watch.
Here we go. One time Parkey. One time Parkey. It's in!
It's incomplete?
It still hurts. It still hurts.
Lawson had like a full slide off your arm.
Lawson didn't know what was going on. I was a little in shock myself.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
But honestly, like, you go back to your football days. Like, how did that feel?
Dude, not good. I can't imagine how. See, I was trying to be positive there because it hit both crossbars, and then it just hit me. But it's just such a bad way to end a season, such a bad way to go out. I feel for the players. I actually feel for Cody Parkey a little bit. But you know what I mean?
You got
it's like
one job to do, kicker.
It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And of course, we're just minutes away from kickoff for the Alabama-Clemson championship game. So, Brandon, who do you like in this one?
Roll Tide!
Ooh.
There's not a lot of people in here, just to let y'all know. Roll Tide, baby.
I'm pulling for Clemson just because they're the underdog.
But can this just be the last time they play for a long time? We're tired of them playing in the national championship game.
Yeah. I'm pulling for the winner. So DBL Nation writes, Ellis Walker says, Jeff, believe it or not, Stephanie picked the Eagles on Friday's Access show.
100-something.
She also picked a score to be 115-3. So
Alan Burt says, it still hurts, Jeff. Bears can't watch the reruns on TV. Maybe next year. Heather Toe says, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
There you go. What are you picking Alabama for?
Okay. Nick Saban, man. Greatest college coach of all time.
All right, we'll see.
Next to Mike London.
Game's about to start, so enjoy that, guys. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.